Life Hacks Beyond Convention talks about monocoloring books, and we were both a bit confused to start with, but we did work it out in the end, so enjoy.
Do you know what I saw today, which I just thought was unusual? It's a bit of a trend that's coming in with colouring books, and it's to do with using monocolors. And this monocolor was black and white. So the colouring page, this is what I thought was unusual. Actually, not that it was monocolor, because it looks quite nice, like the picture that they had for a black and white picture. It looked really good, like as a just black
Mm.
silhouette. And but what I thought was really unusual was each part of the picture that you colour in had a little X. This is what you got to colour in for black. So it was a bit like a
Paint by
colour by
number.
numbers, except
Mm.
that there was only one colour. And I thought, well, if it's only one colour, why on earth do we need a little X in the box? Like, because why would anybody not colour in the picture? Why would they colour in the background? I just thought,
Okay.
interesting.
When you said
What I thought
monocolor
was,
and colouring in, I thought you like one page might be red, but it's gentle colouring, tones of.
no,
Mm.
this was pure black and then white background.
Okay.
This particular picture that I saw,
Yeah.
but then they were talking about the whole trend and they showed some other screenshots of different ones. And I just thought, that is really, really interesting that if we've got a monocolor like that, that's what this whole book's about, but that we've got to put an X in the bit that needs to be black.
Okay, I'd have to see it because yeah,
Can't visualize it.
I can kind of visualize it, but I'm like you, like, why do you need an X in that bit? Wouldn't it make
Well,
sense?
that's all I could think. I'm looking
Yeah.
at it thinking, I suppose we do need to be explicit in our instructions for everyone, and we have to develop a book for the lowest common denominator, which is a horrible way to talk about a person, but we're just simply talking about marketing here, not people. And
Yeah.
the lowest common denominator is that someone can't differentiate between the outline of a picture or a symbol or whatever it is and the background.
Okay.
So I suppose that's what we're developing this particular book for. But
Okay.
what it made me think was we have come to an interesting time in history where we need to be so explicit about.
Would it be for children just so that they get the concept at first?
Well,
I've
now,
just,
if it was for children, I would understand that. So you're
yeah.
quite right. Um, this particular book, I don't think was aimed at children. It seemed to
Okay.
be a bit like it wasn't like a cute little animal in a forest or something like that. It was
Mm.
what was this particular picture? It was a stork. A
Okay.
stork. Oh, I don't know what it was, but it wasn't a kid's
Yeah.
book anyway. It wouldn't have been for not
Oh,
young
okay.
children anyway. I know it was for adults.
Mm. I just found one and it's got zeros, O marks to
Oh
know
yeah,
where to
well zero.
colour.
So
Where
yeah. So yeah. Oh, I've got hair in my face.
I guess when you're doing black and white, if it's meant to be a plant in the background, do you colour the plant or do you colour the soil under the plant?
Hmm. Anyway, I
Maybe you
thought what
can
an
see that.
interesting
That'd be too
trend.
hard.
Oh, did do it again.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Oh,
one's much more complex. Oh, it's gone.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
more
that one's a lot
complex.
more that one's a lot more complex than the one that I saw this morning.
And if you zoom in, there's a plant where there is a plant and it's not marked, and the flower isn't marked. Oh no, maybe it is because it's got an
Mm.
O in the middle, but that I always thought that was the like the writing,
And
on
is
a
that one
page.
for just a monocolor?
Yeah, it's a one color book.
and there
Yeah,
was a
one colour
red
book.
one for Christmas. But yeah,
Yeah,
this is
interesting, isn't
far
it? What an
more.
interesting trend. You just think that's unusual. That's a bit unusual.
It is,
But
yeah.
however, when I see a complex picture like that, it does make me think, oh, okay, it makes more sense to have to highlight it. Whereas the one I saw was much simpler.
Simplest.
And I just kept thinking, why on earth
Do you need it,
would we
Mama?
need,
Yeah.
yeah, like, and why did I think of that? Because we were talking about giving away our thinking skills.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I'll have to look into that. Oh, no, I won't. No, I'm not going down that rabbit hole.
No, that's it. We
You can
don't
have
need to
that
go
one.
down that. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That was just
Oh,
that was in
dear.
one of the publishing groups that
Oh,
I'm a
yeah.
part of. So yeah,
Yeah.
that
Yeah. So it
was
has
how
to
that
be a
came up.
much more complex picture to make it seem rational to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense to me now. I'm glad I didn't comment. Wouldn't have I looked like a dork?
Oh dear. Well, equally, I guess, if you started something, because you could reverse it, couldn't you? You
Yeah, well,
could do a
that's true.
negative of the picture,
Yeah, that's
and
true.
you would know that the next bit isn't meant to be coloured in because then it wouldn't show up. So you would kind of work
Yeah,
it out regardless. But you'd have
yeah,
to
that's
start
true.
somewhere you know. If you can start somewhere you know, like on the writing on a white page, then from there you can probably build it pretty well.
Mm,
Mm.
mm, yeah,
An
yeah,
interesting lesson in contrast.
yeah. Well, that's
Mm.
true. Yeah,
But yeah, my
yeah.
first visual was that it was one color, but it was shaded, but it's not. It's yeah.
No, it's just one
Mm.
solid color.
Yeah.